So this is my review of Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. So right off the bat, I want to say this game was absolutely amazing. I haven't played a game like this and thought about a game like this, and it's been a long time, maybe years. So I'm just going to jump right into my review. I'm going to go through the negatives first. I'm going to give you guys a heads up. There's not a lot of negatives. So I'm going to go to the negatives, and then I'm going to go. It's going to be mainly all positives the whole video anyway, because that's just my experience with the game. And mind you, I never played the original Black Flag, the 2013 version. I've only played the remastered, remake, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, that's my experience. So yeah, with the negatives, there's no clothes, like really no other customization period that I saw with different guns and different swords. There's like one or two guns. There's another sword. I think there's like two swords that I found through the whole story. That you could, I'm talking about that you could buy, by the way. And the same with the clothes. There's only, I think, maybe there's one outfit that you can buy. And then there's one in like the Ubisoft store that's free. What the hell is that? I know there's a lot around the map that you can get, maybe swords and guns and whatever else. And there's a lot of outfits that you can get around the map, but I'm talking about just buying. Why can't I just buy cool outfits? Why do I have to go around the fucking map and look for them? I don't understand. I mean, I understand it. I get it. Like that's kind of what the game is, you know, treasure and stuff like that. And, you know, especially with the treasure maps and the chests. I get it. I understand the appeal of that. But like just during the story, it would be cool if I could just buy cool outfits instead of having to go around and find them and stuff like that. You could also have that, but have guns and swords and outfits that you could just buy in the store. That just makes sense. Like, let me make money in the game and buy the outfits. I don't like, that's just how it should be. I don't understand why there's not many customizations on that. But yeah, and the other negative, the last negative. So yeah, this is going to be a spoiler. The last negative, Caroline. What was that? What was her storyline? She's like the hinge point of the entire story, right? He's going on the whole journey to have a better life with her, their family, everything. He wants to just be rich pretty much, even though she's already got money. So what is he really doing it for? It gets kind of deep, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. But Caroline, what the hell? It's like we only know her character through flashbacks, because towards the end of the game, spoiler by the way, towards the end of the game, we figure out that she dies. What the hell is that? And we didn't know anything, unless I missed it. I didn't get anything that she was dying, like that she was sick or anything like that. I didn't get that. I don't know where the hell that came from. It came out of nowhere. It felt random as hell. I don't understand it. It didn't even really feel sad. It was just like, what? It just came out of nowhere. And he has a kid, which that was pretty cool. She was older. She was older. So it makes sense. She was gone for like 6 years. I was keeping up through the story. It was around 6 years, maybe even a decade. I don't know. He was gone for years. So it makes sense that he would have a kid and he wouldn't even know, and she would be older and stuff. So that actually makes sense. But Caroline dying, it just felt so random, and like it just felt like, oh my god, like we've only known her character through flashbacks, and like towards the end of the game, she's just dead, or at the end of the game. It's not even towards, it's literally at the end of the game. We figure out that she's just dead. What? We didn't know that she was sick or anything. It's just poof, fucking just gone. I don't understand that. It wasn't even sad for me because we really didn't even know the character. It was just like, okay, she's dead randomly. For me personally, that was a weird story way to just bring her character. I don't really understand that. I'm not saying they have to have the happy fairy tale ending. That would be cool, but I'm not saying they have to have that. But it was just like randomly dead. Like if they were building it up through the story, then it's like, okay, then that would make sense. Or if we got like a different perspective, where obviously he wouldn't be able to know because he's not there, but somehow we got a different perspective, like of her home life, and we see her being sick, and then we see him get the information, but then we already know that she's sick. See, that's even a better storyline right there. I don't really understand the thought process behind that, but that's it with the negatives. That's literally it. Everything else that I'm going to be talking about is just straight up positives. So starting off with the graphics, this game is insanely beautiful. Like there are times when I'm just in the story, I'm just walking around, and I'm like, oh my God. I literally have my wallpaper on my PC that's a screenshot that or I guess it's an in-game photo that I took. It's just so beautiful. Like the water, the textures are extremely high quality. The color palette that they use is super vibrant. It just looks absolutely amazing. Everything. When you're on land, when you're underwater, when you're doing parkour, the weather, you'll have a storm come through, especially when you're out on the sea. Obviously, the weather's gonna be crazy there. It looks insane. But even when you're on land, you'll have like extremely realistic, like dust blowing by. Like if there's a terrible storm when you're on land, it just looks extremely realistic. The lighting looks amazing. Everything looks so good. Obviously the character models aren't anything insane like the NPCs, but like the main characters that you're going to be interacting with are very detailed. Your boat, if you actually look closely at your boat, it's extremely detailed, like shit that they didn't even really have to do. Like if you look on the back, there's so much detail. Like, well, I guess you're going to be climbing around the boat sometimes, so it makes sense that they would, you know, detail that. But it looks extremely good. And the islands that you're going to be going to, they're not only just visibly beautiful and graphically beautiful, but the way they're structured and the way they're set up feels genuine, and it just feels like an actual little civilization that people are living in, and it feels like the time period in the 1700s that it is kind of set in. Obviously, I've never fucking lived in the 1700s, but it looks very accurate to what people would be doing, you know, fishing. They're doing random things around the town or around the island, stuff like that. The animals, I didn't have a lot of time with the animals, but yeah, the way the islands are set up, beautiful. The ocean is the boats, everything, and literally everything. And like I said, I've taken screenshots in the game. I'm just like, oh my God, like it's crazy that a game can just be this beautiful where you're literally stopping in the game to look around in your environment and just be at awe. Like it's really impressive what they were able to do with it. They did a very good job with the graphics, so that's pretty much it with the graphics. Looks amazing, looks insane. I would absolutely recommend playing this game, maybe even just for the graphics or upgrading just for the graphics. It really is beautiful. So next we have gameplay. So I'm just going to get right into the combat. Let's go right into the ship combat. So the ship combat it's very fun. It's very addictive. You just want to start random fights and see what you can take down. From everything from shooting them with the side cannons to lining it up to the mortar, to everything, the back barrels, and you can even like shoot their little weak points with the side. There's like a little side cannon in the back of your ship. I didn't even know about for literally the whole playthrough. I was watching another playthrough on YouTube just to kind of see how they were doing it, and I noticed that they use it. I was like, what the hell? I didn't even know that was a thing. So ship combat is absolutely amazing. You can defeat their ship. You can go over to it, board it, you could take it over. You're going to be fighting their crew. It feels amazing. It genuinely feels like pirates are fighting, and like you're an assassin too, so it's like an extra thing on top of it, which is just it's unbelievably awesome. If you want to get this game just for the ship combat, I would maybe even recommend doing that. It's super fucking fun, I'm not gonna lie. You have that, like I said, they're fighting, and you can get like the captain's loot box. You can send them to a fleet. You can repair your ship with their materials, which is really cool because like if you're trying to fight a ton of different ships at one time, you can break one down, go over to it, board it, fight their team, kill off their guys, and then you can repair your ship and then get right back out there. So it's a really addicting, you could just always go back to that kind of gameplay loop. It's honestly awesome. It's really well done. Probably the best thing in the game. is a ship combat, or one of the best things. Like obviously the Black Flag is known for it's just amazing. You just got to get out there and experience it. It really is cool when you're out there on the ocean fighting your ships. Your crewmates are yelling, everything is chaos. There's fucking cannons flying back and forth. It's awesome. It's so cool. I'm not gonna lie, it's so cool. So let's get into the character combat. So the character combat is pretty nice. I never played the original. I saw some reviews saying that like it was kind of just a parody, like you just parry and take them down and do it like that. It's super easy. I never played the original. I was getting my ass kicked the entire game because I just wasn't. I haven't played an Assassin's Creed game in like over a decade, so I'm just not even necessarily in that mind space to fight like in the Assassin's Creed universe. I'm just kind of just trying to swing my sword, dodge, maybe even parry, and swing back. I wasn't really using the kicking and there's like 2 different kicks that you can use, which is really cool. You can really spice it up with that. I wasn't using that for most of it. I didn't even fucking know until I looked down. I was like, what the hell? Why is there a foot thing? And then I kicked the box and then I'm like, what? You can kick? So you can trip them up. You can, get them like that. It's very cool. You have a blow dart. You have a gun. I'm going to get into the fucking gun. Oh my God, the gun. Holy shit, I have problems with that. The gun. What else is down there? You have the gun on both sides. So you can quickly fire the gun, or you can kind of hold the gun out and fire it like that. And I think there's a couple more things with the combat. I know you can obviously parry, you could dodge, you can roll. Or yeah, no, I don't know if you could roll, but you could dodge, you could parry, you can kick. There's 2 different kicks. There's a multiple different like assassination ways you can assassinate people. Like if you can run at them and do it like that. You can go off of a building. You can if they're coming around a corner and you're hiding behind a corner, you can come out and get them like that. There's so many ways you could do it. It's really cool. I mean, it makes sense. Assassin's Creed game. They got to have options like that. So yeah, most of that is good. And I forgot one thing with the negatives, and I'm just going to tie this in with the gameplay and combat and whatever I'm talking about right now. So the negative is like the gun, right? And I understand that the gun is not necessarily like the main focus point of the combat. It's mainly with swords, obviously, and like assassinating and being smart and stuff like that. It's not with the gun. But if you're going to give us a gun, do it right. So you can pull the gun out and you can aim it and you can use it and stuff like that. But for some reason, like he'll put it away. Like you will shoot somebody and then maybe you're running around or whatever, and you should still have the gun out, but you're running around. He'll reload it, and once he's done reloading it, he'll put it away. And that's not like you could just easily pull it out and use it again. No, you have to go back in the menu and then pull it back out. I don't know why they did that. I don't know if that's maybe how I have my settings tuned or something, but you have to go into the menu and then pull it back out. When with the swords, you could just press a button and you're already fighting with the swords. I don't know why he puts the gun away so fast, but I've been so heated during this playthrough. Like, if you've watched it, you'll know I was so incredibly pissed with the gun and just how they did that I'm screaming at the top of my lungs, just fucking fuming, because like you're in an intense fight. You want to get the gun off. You have a decent amount of shots. Okay, I understand it's going to take a little while to reload. These are old guns. I get that. Reload it, but keep it out. Don't put it away and then I have to go back in the menu and then get it back out. It's very frustrating in the moment. I don't know what that is, and I know you can quick shoot, but it's not the same as just having it out. Just have the gun out. I don't understand that. Just having the gun done well is pretty important for like noobs like me in this universe, but it's okay. I mean, once you play, if you're genuinely trying to get better at the combat, you should just take the time to get better with the swords and the parrying and the dodging and kicking and all that. And you also, you have like the grappling hook that you can pull people towards you. You can be in like a tree. You can pull them up with that. The blow dart, you can blow a dart into somebody. They'll fall asleep. You can run up and assassinate them. And the sleep thing actually lasts for like, maybe it's like 30 seconds to a minute. So you have a lot of time to get to him. Maybe you're fighting other guys. You can get to him later. It's really cool how they did that. So yeah, that's the combat. Very, very well done. The only gripe I have is with the gun, and that's like five, that's like 10 or 5%. The other 90, 95% is awesome. Swords, like I already talked about everything. Everything else besides the guns is very cool. Very well done. And I guess maybe the last thing I'll talk about with the gameplay. Oh yeah, there's tons of other things you could do, by the way. Like you can go diving. That's really awesome. I didn't really do a ton of that. I did like the one mandatory mission, but I wasn't really going off the story that much. And I kind of want to do, like, if I have some extra free time, I'm going to try to, get whatever I have to do done for the day. So I could go back into the game and just play it off camera and have fun like that and kind of see what this world has to offer, because there's a lot. But yeah, there's diving, there's obviously the parkour, dude. That's a whole other thing. Like, the parkour is not perfect. You will mess it up a little bit in the beginning, but once you start getting good at it, it's very fun. Like, you could just run, scale a building that, like, and the thing is like I said, I haven't played an Assassin's Creed game in a while, so my mindset isn't even, oh, I can climb this building, go over it, or like assassinate somebody on the other side. I'm trying to like go around and shit like that. But once I started like climbing and using the parkour, it gets really fun. And with the graphics, you're on like a side of a cliff, or you're very high up. It's just so beautiful. It's such an awesome experience climbing around, doing parkour. It's not laggy, it's not clunky, it's very smooth. There's a lot of different connecting points, I guess you could say, with the parkour, so it's not really going to get boring either. It's extremely fun. Same with the ship combat. It's done very well. It's not perfect. It is not perfect. You will mess up sometimes, and I've literally jumped off fucking cliffs into the water, not meaning to, but that's really, well, I guess it's not really my fault, because sometimes you do have to press A to jump onto another parkour, like hinge point, I guess you could say. And if it's not perfect, you will literally just jump off wherever you better hope there's water under you. So yeah, there's not much. Like I said, this is like a 10% negative with the parkour. There's some things they could probably sure up and fix and stuff like that, but the other 90%, maybe even perfect. It's honestly really good. I enjoyed the parkour a lot in this. So yeah, now getting into the story. So I'm just going to say right off the bat, the main character, the main attraction for me is clearly Blackbeard. When he is on screen, he is very intense. He brings a lot of energy. His voice actor is amazing. He just brings the character to life, man. He's awesome. He's so fucking badass too. He's a really cool look. Everything about him is just so intense and it's so cool. And he even has like a joking side too. Like he is a badass, but he has like, sometimes like he'll let his guard down, or not let his guard down, but like he'll put down the shield and he'll stop playing the act. And he's just a cool, interesting, a very, very kind of deep character, honestly. He's awesome. For me, he's the main character. He's awesome, obviously. And then we have Edward Kenway. He's cool. He's cool. He is a good main character. I'll just say that. He is not like an Arthur Morgan where it's going to be super story heavy for him. Towards the end it was. And I really like that, because now there's like another purpose for him. He has a daughter and a son to take care of. I like what they did with that, but it's not super in depth with him, but he's still cool. He's still badass. He still has like cool lines and everything like that. He's a good main character. So yeah, he's a good main character. Awesome. We have James the Kid, or AKA what was it, Mary? That was a cool little twist that I kind of saw coming. Like I said it near the beginning, but they kept going that he was James the Kid and he was kind of like just a younger boy. So I was like, oh, I don't want to keep saying that he's a girl if he's a boy. I was like, whatever, maybe he is just a young kid. So I kind of went with that, but then they had the reveal and then I was like, oh, okay. That makes sense. So yeah, very cool character, got pregnant towards the end and then died. That was extremely sad. The pregnant part was kind of came out of left field, but there are time jumps in the story too, where like a lot of time passes. So it's not like this all happened in like 1 or 2 months back to back. No, it's there's years. You will skip years. So a lot happens during the story. The story. Oh yeah, what am I even talking about? The observatory. That was super cool. I didn't know what to expect. It was like towards the middle of the story, they start kind of ramping it up with the observatory. So I was getting very curious, and I was like, dude, I just want to see this fucking. Oh, I want to see this observatory, dude. And then you get with the sage. What was his name? Holy shit. Oh yeah, Bartholomew Roberts, dude. That guy. Oh my god, I don't even know how Edward got betrayed by him. And the first time that we go to the observatory, motherfucker, you are a trained assassin. You have been around pirates your entire life. You understand people that will backstab you. I don't know how he didn't see that coming. Maybe he did. He just wasn't expecting it in that moment. I don't know how that's even possible. But yeah, the observatory, awesome, very cool. Wasn't expecting that. In my opinion, that's just straight up aliens, which is so cool when you bring like it's just awesome when you have like pirates and you have this kind of time period and there's a mystery, and then we have it's already very cool, but then you have aliens on top of it, so it is very grounded, but then you kind of have that extra on top of it that is not because it's not a extremely realistic game, right? But aliens is I don't know how realistic it is. I guess it just depends on your perspective. But it was super cool. I enjoyed that part. I don't know if it was aliens. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it was. Maybe ancient civilization. Who knows? That'd be cool if they expanded on that part, like in a part 2 or something. But yeah, the observatory was awesome. So yeah, the story, you're gonna be engaged the entire way. Like when I was sailing over to the next mission, I'm like, dude, what can this be? Like I'm genuinely excited. The mission structures are very cool. You will kind of get in a rhythm of like of fighting, you know, compounds and stuff like that, and the bad guys. You will kind of get in a rhythm of that. So get good with the stealth and taking guys out and kind of getting to your objective fairly quickly or effectively and stuff like that. It's worth taking the time to learn the combat if you're new to Assassin's Creed universe. So yeah, man, the ending was very cool. His kids, very awesome. So yeah, that's pretty much it with the review. And I'm gonna start doing these towards the end of my, or I guess at the end of my playthrough on each game. The next game is gonna be very awesome. We have the God of War series to get through. Dude, I have my Leviathan back there. It's so, I cannot wait for that. That's gonna be awesome. You're definitely not gonna want to miss that. So yeah, let me know what you thought about the review. Let me know what you think about Assassin's Creed Black Flag and Black Flag Resynced. Let me know what you think about both. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this video. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next video. And yeah, bye guys.